We're here because free speech is under attack. We're here because people are being convinced that socialism works. We're here because people are being judged guilty until proven innocent. We are fighting back with facts. This is not a safe zone, so buckle up, Buttercup. This is the raw, naked truth.
Welcome to the Raw Naked Truth. I'm your host, Eric Lopkin, and here's what's going on today. The economy last quarter posted its worst annualized showing since the pandemic-induced recession in 2020, the government announced, blaming an unexpected decline in economic activity on the Omicron variant of COVID-19 and decreased government assistance. Despite economist expectations calling for growth of 1%, the U.S. economy shrank at an annual rate of 1.4% in the first quarter of 2022, according to the Bureau of Economic Analysis estimate. This spurred more fears of recession, as a recession is the economy shrinking for 2 consecutive quarters. The Fed is expected to raise interest rates next week to fight inflation, further slowing the economy. Joe Biden has tried to put a positive spin on the number, pointing out the growing number of business starts. The fact of the matter is, there are always more business starts during recessions than any other time. Republican lawmakers on the House Homeland Security Committee grilled Homeland Security Secretary Mayorkas Wednesday over the Biden administration's immigration policies. Representative Michael McCall, Republican from Texas, said the U.S.-Mexico border situation is out of control. Mayorkas said the Biden administration inherited a broken and dismantled system already under strain and had handled the flow of migrants since taking over. Quote, "We have effectively managed an unprecedented number of non-citizens seeking to enter the United States and disrupted more smuggling operations than ever before," he said, conceding that there were problems but saying only Congress can fix this. Mayorkas is expected to face questions on plans to handle an expected influx of migrants when Title 42 pandemic-related border restrictions end. Mayorkas failed to address the fact that these surges were under control during the Trump administration, and the problem only started when Biden dismantled Trump-era policies. New York's top court on Wednesday rejected new congressional maps that Republicans said were unconstitutionally gerrymandered to favor Democrats. Under the maps, Democrats were expected to win 22 of the state's 26 congressional seats. They currently hold 19. The state's Court of Appeals said the state's Democratic-led legislature, which redo the maps after an independent redistricting commission failed to reach a consensus, violated a state constitutional amendment against political influence in redistricting. The court said a court-appointed special master should handle the job to guarantee fairness. SpaceX on Wednesday launched 4 astronauts on a NASA mission to the International Space Station. The crew of 3 Americans and 1 Italian included mission specialist Jessica Watkins, the first black woman to make a long-term space flight. The astronauts will conduct a science expedition in microgravity at the space station. SpaceX, billionaire entrepreneurs Elon Musk's private spaceflight company, has sent 5 crews for NASA into orbit in the last 2 years, as well as 2 private groups, including a flight chartered by millionaires that splashed down 2 days before Wednesday's launch. The 3 businessmen on that mission were NASA's first private guests at the space station. SpaceX has made it possible for America to stop relying on Russian Soyuz rockets to get astronauts to the space station. Blue states across the country have been using billions of taxpayer dollars from President Biden's $1.9 trillion COVID-19 relief package to push core tenets of critical race theory in public schools. The American Rescue Plan, which the Democrats passed in March 2021 without any Republican support, was billed by the Democrats as a necessity for reopening schools during the COVID-19 pandemic. However, the law provided over $122 billion for the Elementary and Secondary School Emergency Relief Fund, which helped multiple states implement implicit bias training. The money, which had been intended to update ventilation systems and protect children and teachers from COVID, instead left the students at risk in order to push this progressive agenda. That's the raw, naked truth. If you have a topic you'd like us to look into, you can contact us at xvadio.com/connect. You can catch this as well as the rest of the Xvadio Podcast Network at xvadio.com/podcasts, Apple Podcasts app, Google Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Stitcher, Audible, Amazon Music, and wherever you find podcasts. We'll see you next time.